League trophy. Hasn't always been the case that the trophy's been presented after the game where the team that wins the league confirms their position as champions, but that's the scenario tonight.
Now you can touch it, yeah?
Bad luck to touch it before, but he can touch it all he wants now. Sergio Ramos takes the trophy to the centre of his team. I was going to ask you, Albert, before those interviews, that they don't really have a player of the season in Spain, do they? But if you had to pick one from this group of players for Real Madrid this season, Ramos lifts the trophy aloft and Real Madrid are confirmed as champions, who would you go for?
Well, Sergio's one of the contenders, obviously, but I would go for Karim Benzema. I think he's played a fantastic season, not only scoring goals, but helping the team in many aspects of the game, being a reference in attack. Well, actually, basically being the only striker, because the other two strikers, they haven't really played a lot. So I think Benzema has been a key player for Real Madrid. So Sergio Ramos and Benzema, but I would go for Benzema.
In terms of the achievement from Zinedine Zidane, I suppose it's all the more impressive because he's done it without Ronaldo, hasn't he? And this is the first big trophy, in fact, that Real Madrid have won without Cristiano Ronaldo. He was impossible to replace last season, but this season they've managed to come out on top without him.
Well, it is true that when a big player like Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Real Madrid, it seems that it would be impossible to go and to succeed after that, because you know, everything was made by Cristiano Ronaldo to play and score goals and being basically the leader of the team and the club. But all of a sudden Cristiano goes and it takes a couple of seasons, but this Real Madrid have made it without him, and they have become stronger. I mean, if you look at the squad, it is true that there are more, you know, some experienced players, that they are very important. If you want to win a trophy, you need experienced players in the team. But there are some young talents, you know, getting through, like Vinicius, like Rodrigo, Valverde. So good news for Real Madrid that these, you know, young talents have been important in the last part of La Liga, and it will be more important the next season. So the transition has been pretty good. Possibly the first season is always difficult because you've been depending on Cristiano Ronaldo for a long time, and then it's difficult to adapt to the new situation. But I think the transition has been great. Only one bad season, and now they're back on track. They won the league, and still have the chance to fight for the Champions League. So yeah, good job and well done for Real Madrid this season.
And speaking about that transition, how does that continue into next season? Do they try and bring Odegaard and Kubo back, or are they kept out on loan as Zidane we see now being lifted aloft by his players? Are there areas of the team that definitely need strengthening going into next season? Presuming Zidane's going to stay and not surprise us all again with a shock exit. He looks a happy man tonight, doesn't he?
Well, I don't think he leaves the club now. I mean, he's a happy manager, and this is the best moment for a manager when all your, you know, teammates go to you and do that. But I think it's been outstanding. But as you said, there are a lot of players on loan that Real Madrid can bring. You see Odegaard, there's Take Kubo also. There are some players that can come and join the squad. But as you said today, if you look at the 23 players they've been today on the game, they've played 7 or 8 different strikers. So obviously Odegaard is a striker, but you have Vinicius, you have Rodrigo, you have Benzema. Possibly they would need, seeing what happened